Hola, and welcome to day 2 of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta here in Barcelona, Spain. Alinghi Red Bull Racing bounced back from a mast failure in training and recorded an important first win. American Magic recovered from a big nosedive the day before to lock in a gutsy win against the challenger of record Ineos Britannia. And Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli put a systems failure behind them to put a win in the bag. So after day 1, Ineos Britannia and Orient Express Racing are the only teams not to record a win. That's something they'll be desperate to rectify today. Let's head to the water for the first of 4 races. It's Alinghi Red Bull Racing against American Magic.
It's American Magic there, extending away downwind. They're pretty much going to want to basically try and lock Alinghi Red Bull Racing into windward there and not let them get behind. So Alinghi Red Bull Racing need to make sure that they can actually get clear there and not get locked out above the start line.
Inside the last 30 seconds to start for race 5 of this Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta. Not too much toing and froing at the moment.
I've got a strong position here for American Magic off this start.
Straight run to the line for both these AC75s who are underway on day 2. Race 5, the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta.
Yeah, Shirley, really tough for Alinghi Red Bull Racing to hang there. They're going to have to tack out fairly shortly or they're going to get paid a big penalty.
A bit of mistiming for them. I felt they went for the push, but they went too late. And, well, Tom Slingsby and American Magic could just completely do his own thing and get such a perfect start.
Let's go on to the water, chase 0, Peter Lester. What did you make of the start, Pete?
Yeah, strong start by American Magic. Time on distance was perfect. Alinghi were always going to be pushing hard to get to the line. They forced a peel away early. So initial advantage to American Magic off the line.
Really interesting that American Magic decided not to hit Alinghi there, so they must see something out to the right-hand side of the course, more breeze, because match racing normally you would have landed straight on there.
We have generally seen the right-hand side, particularly at the bottom part of that course, really be quite favoured.
3 seconds, so almost just before boundary. Lock down in 3, 2, 1.
This is the race committee. We are moving the leeward gate. Course length is now 1.75 nautical miles.
That's margin if we make that.
Even top gates, I'm happy to go for a boundary tack and see if I can it out.
It was so nice to hear the dialogue between the helmsman there, Tom Slingsby and Paul Goodison. They really want that right-hand side, aren't they? Fighting hard for it, in preference really to defending with Alinghi.
Must have been a real team plan to protect the right there because they're really working that right-hand side of the course hard.
Much later on the right, on the left of the top. Nice gains here.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 seconds the other way, a bit less. And then a bear away, guys, so right.
American Magic comfortably will take the top gate for the first leg of this 6, and they'll then head downwind. Just look at the way the speeds are. They'll take the right-hand gate, or the left-hand gate as you see it, right-hand to them, heading back towards that pressure. And smoothly go around. They had memories yesterday of maybe a bad rounding, but they are slick, and they're followed around by Alinghi Red Bull Racing. This is always the fascinating thing. Watch the speeds increase downwind. 12 seconds to deficit.
Having a look at the wind field here, overlaid of what's actually on the course there, and you can see both boats sailing into better pressure there. American Magic probably getting the best transition through this pressure, so we should see them with a slightly higher boat speed as they sail through this pressure.
What about the pace, Glenn? Do you think we can tell anything from this race about the relatives?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting one, actually. I mean, it's really the first time these two teams have really lined up against each other, and they'll be absolutely gauging everything, you know, off each other. And just that little advantage that American Magic had off the start, they sort of have capitalised on that little gain to the right-hand side of the course, and really not allowing Alinghi Red Bull Racing much breathing space to really sort of sail their own race. They're dictating them quite fiercely.
Guys, we got 20 seconds this way before a right-hand turn. We got a nice lead over them. Halfway through.
Confidence building. You sense that when you hear them, doesn't it, with the American team? The start, Sabello, is so important, isn't it? Particularly when the conditions are like this. Where do you think the error was? What happened?
You know, I think American Magic did a good job on just reducing the gauge between the boats and having a good acceleration for us. By trying to accelerate more, we had to come down and be too close to them. So I think was that just the difference. And after we had to deck out, they had for sure a better deck and they could control after the first cross. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, the team is working really hard every day, a huge effort to improve. We keep going and do the same for tomorrow.
American Magic will cross the line with a confident win in race 5 of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta here in Barcelona.
No, it was really good to get off the line in such good shape. The guys did a really good job getting us in position. Really nice launch, and then we did a good job of controlling the race from there. So really pleased with the performance that last race.
So American Magic secure the first point of the day and go 2-0. That win has taken them to the top of the leaderboard, but it's way too early for any team to get comfortable because there's plenty more racing to come. Up next, it's the challenger of record against the defender, Ineos Britannia against Emirates Team New Zealand. Emirates Team New Zealand will be desperate for a real race today after the only race they had yesterday. Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli had a systems failure and they were in many ways simply just gifted the 1 point, and I know they would rather have been racing and finding out more about the opposition. It'll be port entry for Ineos Britannia, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and 2 minutes for the defender Emirates Team New Zealand. Race number 6. What can we expect?
Yeah, stand by for some good action here. Both these teams, no stranger to match racing, so going to be some fireworks.
3, 2, 1. Should be sweet, just watch you don't gain on it.
Rotation in here, Lammy. Coming up.
Solid entry by Ineos Britannia there.
I think all the way across here. Angle for now. Hey, just flat boat.
In comes Emirates Team New Zealand at pace.
Not far off a piece here.
Hey, going good now. Get with it. 20 seconds. Moving.
They're going into a circle.
1. All the way around. 8. Moving. Holding board. Copy. Anything shape. Way round. Copy. Up. There you go. Cover that high mode here. That's coming in. If we can. I will. Nice and smooth it. Holding the board here for a sec.
They're just trying to live above us.
Let the speed come. We don't stand up. Hey. 2. 1. Going board. Okay, going up into zone 1. Okay, big main on here, lads.
We are seeing bigger left is
20, via there.
Possible chances on me them here.
15.
You're working away. Okay, let's go. Come down if you can. Try to jump them into it. Working
7.
Yep. Go, coming down. Yeah, jumping here. Coming left. No. 2, 1, 4, 10. My wheel. Okay. Heel here. Let's go. My wheel. 2, 1, going board. Okay, 25. Yep, my wheel.
Emirates Team New Zealand right in the dirty air there of Ineos Britannia as they come in towards the start here with 45 to go.
Still a lot of time to go, 43 seconds. Need to do something.
Not killing them much. Going board. Keep waiting on it, lads. Smashing it in. Take tack with us. Forward down. 2, 1, 3.
The Emirates Team New Zealand will match here and try and lock Ineos Britannia to windward here. They're slow off the foils. Big trouble for Ineos Britannia here. Expect a huge lead from Emirates Team New Zealand here. Ineos Britannia absolutely parked there. Time on distance for Emirates Team New Zealand.
inside the last 10 seconds to start race number 6 of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta. And it appears advantage Emirates Team New Zealand, the defender of the 37th America's Cup. And they are away, and Ineos Britannia is in a bit of bother.
A beautifully executed pre-start there, Emirates Team New Zealand. Ineos Britannia possibly trying to do too much in the pre-start and just got themselves just too slow in these conditions and off the foils.
We could hear in the comms they jibed inside, and Ben was a bit surprised. I mean, I just don't think they followed the game plan.
Yeah, I thought Ineos got a bit chicken-winged up, but also I think what we saw there from Emirates Team New Zealand is how manoeuvrable they are and how at low speed they can keep the boat elevated above the water. And that's the first time I've seen the New Zealand really optimise their manoeuvrability advantage that they seem to have, and also their placement in terms of that pre-start build-up was impeccable. That was really a bit of a sailing lesson there by Burling and Nathan Outridge.
And it will be Emirates Team New Zealand going around the top mark for the first time. And I hate to use this word over and over again, but they are doing it confidently.
Nice right phase. Hi.
We know that Emirates Team New Zealand spent the hour before their start practicing almost against a ghost boat, just really refining those pre-start techniques and timings, and really they were ready to go.
The guys just cruising around at the moment. Not a lot of stuff here. Could possibly be a little intersection here as they're going upwind, but they won't get themselves too chicken-winged up there.
Just try and keep it
Very, very smooth sailing conditions here. Really, really a drag race downwind here, and pretty easy to sail the boats in these conditions.
You sometimes have to ask the question when you're beaten at the punch at the start line, how deflating it is for the rest of the race, that you know potentially you've been outwitted at the critical point, the start of the race. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll get Ineos Britannia around that top mark as they will complete the halfway mark of race number 6 here in Barcelona.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, lengthening the course to 1.9 nautical miles.
Emirates Team New Zealand will go 2-0 like American Magic, and the perfect record to this point of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta, and they complete race 6 and they do it comfortably. Big play at the start, stuffed Ineos Britannia, and they've taken the win. 2-0, perfect record for the defender. So win the start, win the race. Emirates Team New Zealand deliver a masterclass, pressure Ineos Britannia into a start box mistake, and sail their way to a comfortable victory.
I thought we were going to be in for a good battle around the racetrack, but it's always nice to mix it up in the pre-starts. We all know how important they are, and it's great to be able to take that opportunity and really shut the race down.
Coming up, American Magic and Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli head to the start box, and then it's Orient Express Racing against the defender Emirates Team New Zealand. That's after the break. The testing, development and training is done. The most technologically advanced sailing fleet on the planet is being put through its paces at the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta. American Magic and Emirates Team New Zealand have secured early points today. Can American Magic extend their lead? Let's head back to the start box as they prepare to take on Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli.
It's quite high compared to us, so no problem, not rate of a jump at the moment.
I mean, Granny's 25, Granny's 40.
There's not much space on this right-hand side, Glenn. You've got to keep manoeuvring, keep turning.
You do. Right into the boundary there, Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, using all of the runway there to milk that boundary. they will be now forcing the decision onto American Magic as to whether to tack or jibe here to try and gain control.
American Magic choosing to tack, just get a bit of distance between them and the opposition.
Very slow.
He's on boat there. There's a good chance they're going to be able to kill that.
Copy. I think we can get a push here if you want, if you come all the way down on 2.
Yeah. Coming down here. 13 boat.
And keep coming.
Tom Slingsby going for the attack.
9 boat. Okay, almost ready. Turning up here. Beeline.
Okay, he's up.
Copy. Good line. Happy to go over. Help if you can.
Yeah, American Magic there, having to sail high and slow. Luna Rossa doing a great job of controlling there. Fantastic job, Luna Rossa. Prada Pirelli gaining control there.
Good start by Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli on American Magic.
Dip start there on American Magic, so having to dip and actually get behind the line. You are allowed to cross the windward end of the start line, but you have to get behind the line.
Race 7, Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta underway, and the Italians have the early advantage.
Well, hopefully we will see that again, but beautiful job by Jimmy Spittle. Pushed them over and they couldn't make it onto the start line.
Brilliant job of forcing them out of the starting area. That is classic Luna Rossa match racing 101 right there, and American Magic just getting themselves a little slow and a little locked, and really, really nice job there by Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli. I'm sure they would have practiced that one before with Philippe Presti and the coaching staff. I'm sure they've seen that movie plenty of times before.
I mean, a blatant error by American Magic to get over that ley line. So vulnerable there. Were you surprised by that, Glenn?
Well, I think Luna Rossa did a great job of actually staying up high, and I think initially American Magic didn't think they were going to lay.
We'll start flicking right now. By anytime. 1.
Jimmy Spittle's 8th consecutive America's Cup. I think he's played that move a few times, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done his apprenticeship, old Jimmy, and it's all bread and butter for those guys in the pre-start, that's for sure.
Just for a second. And maybe we hit him on the next one. Okay. Little lefty now. Happy to take him.
2, 1.
Nice path here, guys. Really good pressure.
Looks like it's tightened up a little bit here coming up to the top mark, but it will be Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli who will round the top mark for the first time ahead of American Magic.
All clear.
They swing Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli around and head for the downwind leg for the first time.
Nice, boys.
American Magic not too far behind here as they come in. They're not really out of touch. I think they sailed a pretty nice beat, all things considered, after that start.
So American Magic may have had a weak gain on the upwind leg, so all is not lost. And they'll head down now and put the foot to the floor.
Yeah, 46 knots of boat speed there, Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli. 6 knots faster at the moment, sailing into that pressure that we identified coming into the bottom of the course, Shirley. You can really see the speed building there.
2, 1. Nice ley line. I think it's good for one border.
Get stand by on function, boys.
Luna Rossa, Prada Pirelli approaching the bottom mark for the first time to complete leg number 2 of 6 in race 7 of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta. And this team has already displayed yesterday in their last race of the day yesterday against Orient Express Racing that when they get going, they are a very, very good team, followed through by American Magic. They are hanging in there in Patriot.
Just keep taking.
You've got to be impressed, haven't you, by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli? I mean, great execution at the start and haven't put a foot wrong. And also just kind of listen to them. There's a lovely sort of confidence. You know, there's no emotion. And I know that they have raced together a lot, obviously, in New Zealand as well. But you have to be impressed, Glenn.
I mean, look at the wind field there. It's got Luna Rossa there sailing into lighter breeze initially, so American Magic, you know, quite a lot faster through the water here. So I've got them a little gain at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how the top end of the course plays out here with what's coming down. Luna Rossa on a slightly smaller jib as well than American Magic, so opting for a slightly less draggy package. So possibly American Magic being slightly more in the right phase there with the sail plan.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing about to complete the halfway point of race number 7 here in Barcelona. This is the preliminary regatta. Remember, on the 29th of August, it becomes more than real as we go to the Challenger Selection Series. 2 round robin races featuring the defender as well, Emirates Team New Zealand. Let's go on to the chase boat for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Philippe Presti joins us now. Hey, Philippe, happy days at the moment, but a solid race too by your opponents.
Yeah, so far so good. And yeah, we had a great start. I mean, it's a magic to have two legends like Keiko and Jimmy just running the pre-start, and they did an awesome job. And then we're holding. Seems very tricky on the water, very shifty. But I hope it's gonna last until the end.
Just your eye for this, but
and sometimes when we've got to remind ourselves these boats are going to be tinkered with more and more and more as they get closer to the real deal, and those margins will just come in closer and closer as Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli hits the bottom mark to complete leg number 4 and head upwind on the penultimate leg. Leg number 5 in race 7 of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta off the coast of Barcelona.
Okay, we have the speed, no problem.
And American Magic just passing close by, saying we are still here. Do not forget about us. Onto the chase boat for American Magic, Tom Burnham. Hey, Tom, start. Do we talk about that?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't what we were planning on, but trying to gain back from where we started and gave them a bit of a jump. But guys are doing a good job keeping the game close enough. But hopefully we'll get a chance here on the last run.
The real deal right now is Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. They will take their second win of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta here in Barcelona, and they do it in style. And there'll be lots of smiles on that boat and on the shore team as well. Cool and collected, the Italians cruise their way to the finish line. The Americans left to rue that start box mistake.
yeah, no, that's on me. That's my mistake. I thought we were not going to be able to get held out above the boat end, and we turned up under the boat lay, but yeah, they did a great job of holding high and slow and forced us up there, so hats off to them. Great job by our team to stay in it, but yeah, we've got work to do, and yeah, we're not afraid of that, so we've got to keep chipping away.
The fourth and final race of the day was a chance for Orient Express Racing to test themselves against the defender, Emirates Team New Zealand. But just minutes before the start, the French made a surprise announcement. Stephen here at AC37, what's going on, mate?
Major technical issue on board, nothing too big for tomorrow or the next days, but we prefer to keep the boat state in good shape to be ready for tomorrow and the day after.
Emirates Team New Zealand was forced to go it alone, but they didn't have to sail far to collect the win. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. After 2 days and 8 races, it's Emirates Team New Zealand on top, followed by Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, American Magic, Alinghi Red Bull Racing, and Ineos Britannia and Orient Express Racing are yet to score. But this is just the start of a long campaign. Lessons will have been learned, weaknesses strengthened. All 6 teams will be back on the water tomorrow for day 3 of the Louis Vuitton Preliminary Regatta, and we will be back with all the highlights.